Hello one for another project video. So this one's a little bit different. I wasn't really expecting to make this type of project, but we ended up having some currency, so we decided to buy a bunch of these maps. The project we're gonna do with this one is 15 sets of the conqueror maps, the ones from pretty much Cyrus's conquerors. They are very expensive this league due to the challenge for them, which is one thing you gotta make sure you look at, is the price of them. One thing I recommend, the average of these maps on trade is like 25 to 27 max easily for all of these maps. Do not go to TFT to buy these. I recommend no one use TFT on these. People on TFT are asking for 1x per set. Huge waste of money. Do not go there. If you buy from them, you're pretty much just throwing money in the garbage. You won't make your money back doing that way. If you buy them on trade, the way I got all these at once, well, pretty quickly in a couple, like an hour or so, is just look up any of them. You know, put 5 chaos because people always throw these in the wrong tab or something, whatever they do. But just look for them. Usually I start like around 24 chaos, 25. And just whisper someone and just say you'll buy all of them or any of the 4. Most people will have a bunch of these in their stash and they'll just sell them all to you all at once. I picked up usually, when I was messaging people, a lot of people had like between like 3 to 8 of them at once, so it's real easy to buy them. And pretty much also when you run these, I don't know if this is a bug or not with the league, but apparently if you run them with Maven, Maven will actually count as a double watch on these maps. It'll count the actual map boss, so like on this one it'll count the laboratory boss as the Maven as a part of the 10, and then also it'll count Drox as its own Maven watch, so you get a double on these. So you definitely do make money pretty nice on watching this. So you'll get progress towards Maven's progress out of the 10, and then also you'll get progress towards the Maven's invitation for the Elder Slave at the same exact time. So you get like a double out of it, so that's why I put these in here also. So every 10 maps I run, I can run one of these. And this goes through. So out of the 60 maps I have here, it's pretty much 6 free Maven Watch invitations to go through. So it definitely works out pretty well. If you're going to do these maps, you know, just make sure you don't run any of the maps that you already witnessed with Maven. It'll be in purple if you did. And then just, you know, just take a Rising Orb, throw it on here. It'll keep Drox on here, but it'll change what map it is. It's by far the best way of doing these if you're going to run them. And then also I have 4 invitations already. I'm hoping to drop the rest of them. If I don't, I'll buy them. But pretty much, where if I can find this? The breakdown for this, it's about, I put 27 chaos each on the price, just because it was better to throw the highest price in here, just for numbers. So it's about 405 chaos for 15 of one of them. And then each of the invitations alone are about 45 chaos a pop. And pretty much, and I'm not going to count the Atlas invitations. These are like 2 chaos, and they drop so much, it's not worth even calculating the price of those even in this. Because one invitation of these will pretty much make your money back. So it's about 2,295 chaos for all of this, which is about 13.1x, so 13x pretty much, at today's exalt ratio of 1 to 175, since they're going up again in price. But pretty much, I think we'll make the money back pretty easily. It's going to take a long time to run them, but you should be able to make your money back. And then down here, I'll keep them all separate from my actual tabs, like all the fragments that drop, if there's any exalted orbs, all the awakening gems, you know, anything like that. I'm not going to count any maps that drop, because technically I'm more interested in just showing the fragments. And the fragments, the exalted orbs, and awakening gems. The only thing I'm actually interested in showing on this project. And when you're doing this, just make sure you take the full cluster here for the full Cyrus cluster for the chance of getting the exalted orbs. And over here for more quantity of maps. You don't really need the pack size and more quantity of maps and all that. I'm just taking it just to have the full circle. And then also, if you're going to run the invitations, grab Maven's wheel down here for the more quant and ear crucible. This is all these points. The Auric Conflict me dupe, which doesn't really matter too much. And it's more of getting the chance for getting awakening gems when you're doing the Maven crucibles. This one you definitely don't need. It's like out of every 10 maps you should get at least 1 extra witness. It doesn't matter. And then over here it just gives you 20% more splinters. by increasing level by 2. This is mainly going to be for the Elder Slaver to get about maybe 6-7 splinters per run to get more mavens. Because also the splinters we're going to calculate too, because that'll be a big chunk of money out of this. But the way I'm going to do this, I'm not going to show the whole map, you know, running through each map alone, all 4 maps. Doing next, that's going to be a long video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretty much grab the first 4. I'll pretty much run to the boss, record each of the boss kills, and then put those all together, and then do the full invitation. And then we'll go. Then when we'll come back, it'll be the actual price down to see what we made money out of. If we lost money on this, which we shouldn't, or in how much we make, if it's even worth running this. And then once we finish this, we'll probably do like a bunch of Cyrus's also, see if he's even worth running this league. But I'll be back in a couple seconds for you guys. Probably for me, a couple of hours or another day. And she got slaughtered. Battle Slayer? And he's dead. Okay, third one. And let's go. Bye.
I shall cast you into a pit of infinite torture.
Bye-bye. Let's go. And we should be on 4 now. Yep, so it's working still. Let's see if we can blitz them down. Can't find these bosses. And once brittle activates on these bosses, they die pretty quick. Let's just get the brittle hit them. Yeah, he died within seconds. And we're done. So 6 splinters, it's sort of expected. Yeah. Okay, so we're finally finished running all the 15 sets. It took a long time to do. It took me the 2 days to do it, so about 8 hours, I think, give or take, with me not messing around, going slow with trades and all that. So it's definitely very time consuming. If you have a faster build, it's definitely much better. But after running all of them, these, so I didn't include all of this stuff in the actual breakdown. This was just 2 extra enslavers I dropped. So I ended up almost getting 1 enslaver per run, give or take. So it definitely helped out. The 3 originally we bought, well, the 4 originally we had started with, minus the 2. So we would end up having to buy a couple of them, but it's definitely not bad. I did not include the extra ones in the price also. We had 3 Exalted Orbs. These actually all dropped at the very end. I think 2 of them dropped on the last 4 maps, and then the one before was the invitation before that. So they're definitely extremely rare, even with the passives to drop. We ended with 10 full mavens and 2 splinters. You got an average. It was about 6 splinters per run, pretty much, is what I would say. Some of them was 7, but 6 was pretty much what I was seeing at the lowest end of anything I was running. And then when we did the Atlas invitation, those ones, it was about between 1 to 2 splinters. So you definitely don't get much splinters on those anymore. Those ones actually did drop a lot of the maps though. These were all the maps that dropped when we ran them. A nice chunk of Conquer maps. This is also with just having a small passive. With just the 1% chance to drop Shaper maps. I'd even take this one, or in this one, to minimize it the fullest. Just because I didn't care that much. That's why none of this was even included in the price. Because this will change person to person. Apparently, I did not know this, but apparently Justice, Ambition, and Demophobia were dropping a lot from these, from the invitations and from the Conquerors themselves. The Conquerors were dropping Justified Invitation a lot. So that's why I picked all of them up and just put them in here. I ended up getting exactly 5 sets. And then Demophobia was dropping a lot too, and this was about 19 of these. And then the actual splinters are the actual fragments. So we ended with so about the 15 we already knew about, and then we got extra. So pretty much I can break it down like this actually. So these were the ones that dropped just from the invitation himself. So these were the 15 that were already guaranteed. And then we got an extra 4 blue, or well, 8, 10. So an extra 13 alone was just from the invitations that dropped. So it's pretty much a little bit of free money. If you're running the full rotation like this, you're guaranteed to make money no matter what. Because if you get 6 splinters off of the invitation, that's guaranteed money. Each of these alone is half of the map, pays for half of the map automatically. And then the other half of the map, you'll make money back on just having your own Atlas passive stuff. You know, if you get one of these, that's another 10 chaos that pays for the map. You know, get the Exalted Orbs. You know, so it's real easy to make your money on these no matter what. So from the original 13.1 exalts was used on the project, the fragments alone was about 1,095 chaos. And then the Exalted Orbs was about 90 for Baron. Blue was 80. And then Hunter, which is the most expensive one, was 175. And we got no Drox ones. The Mavens, we're going for about 110 chaos right now each on these. So it's about 1,100 chaos. It's about 2 of these for 3 exalts, if I'm correct on the ratio. And then the Splinters, like 12 chaos each. 10 to 12, depending on its average between those two. So just including only this half right here, the Splinters, the Exalted Orbs, and all the Mavens, it's about 2,500 chaos, which is about 14.7x. So it's only about 1.6x profit from the original starting, which is pretty bad when you look at it like that, because for 8 hours, making only 1.6x is pretty bad. It's more, they're expensive this league because of that challenge. I'm pretty sure in future leagues this will be a lot cheaper and running this will be a lot more profitable. It's just you have to go with the challenges. So this is the stuff I did not include in this. Like all the adjusted amications. These are about 200 chaos for all these. The Demophobia is about 228 chaos at 12 apiece. And then the maps were on this side. You know, Conquer maps, I put 25 just because that's a quick sale. The Shaper maps and Elder maps are about 10 chaos each. These do sell pretty quick. So I just put 10 chaos, make it easy. And then pretty much, it's about 4.25x between the stuff that I did not price out, like the divinations and the maps. So it's like an extra 4 exalt, 4.25 exalts. If you put them together, it's about 19 exalts, which makes about 6 exalt profit. It's still pretty bad when you look at it like that, to be honest. We had no awakening gems, which was pretty bad. I expected at least to get like 1 or 2, but 0 sucks. But that's pretty much the end of this project. I'm probably not going to do another one of the Conquer ones in the future, maybe. I'm still going back and forth about where are you at? Maps. About doing the 15 sets of Shaper and Elder, because I know it's going to take about 8 hours to do each of them with this build. But the only reason I would do it for is that these ones are guaranteed money easily because unlike the Conquer one, you have access to Guardian's Aid, which can give you a lot more splinters, which brings in more profit. Because I think those ones are worth more than these. It's like 10 each on those. Yeah, 15 on these. So you'll pretty much make money on these ones no matter what. It's in chaos. So like these ones will be a guaranteed big profit because of how low the map price is and how low the fragment price is. Because Elder Fragment's automatically worth more than the map itself. And the fact you can get 2 fragments per run makes it a lot more money. So definitely easy money, and plus you add the invitation on top of that, the conquer or the mavens. So it should be like another 10 mavens, give or take. So it should be easy money. I might do them. Still got it questionable if I want to spend the hours. But I might do it to have something to do this league, because I got to do that project still. And we're going to do the Metamorph project, which I finally got all the maps from it. From running these, we got all 60 of the maps to start it. So I might do the Metamorph project in between them. And just I got to see what order we're going to do stuff in. But that's the end of the Conqueror project, the 15 sets. If you like you see, subscribe down below. Come follow me on Twitch. If you have an idea for a project, let me know. Because I'm sort of at the point in League now where I'm probably going to do these last 5 projects. And maybe a Cirrus project on top of that, and maybe Maven one. And then call it a League after that. But, hope everyone liked the video. Hope to see everyone on the next one.